everyone. So in today's video I will be trying out a few new clubs that Spellbinders put out for February of 2026, and I did a whole unboxing, so I'll link that video in the description box and you can see all about all the different things. I will say in that video I always, well, not always because it's only happened once before, I forget to mention that the All Clubs crate also comes with a paper pack, and I totally blanked on that when I did the unboxing. So you will receive a paper pack, and some of the examples I think that they used with this, the exclusive die set for the All Clubs crate, use those colors, but I don't have them here to share with you guys, so I'm sorry I didn't have them last month either. So, you know, I mean, I have Spellbinders papers, I guess, suppose I can go through and pick out each color, but it's going to be a nice assortment of colors for you every month, okay? So I will say, and you see that they look kind of like this. These are samples, so Spellbinders did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. The links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. Again, down in the description box I have for the US and the UK, and if you use my links or not, it's all the same pricing. When you log in, you'll see your 10% or 15% depending on if you're like an a la carte club member, or if you have the All Clubs crate has a larger discount. When you log in, the pricing that you see is already discounted, so it doesn't come off like in the card or anything like that later. It's just already reflected. I suppose if you're not signed in and then you sign in later, you'll see that, oh, things are, you know, reduced in price, but that's why. It just comes off automatically once you're signed in. And if you're watching this video, that means if you're new to the club, or or if you canceled before and you want to start again, you can do it right now. So it's usually later on the 5th, but definitely on the 6th you can do that. Sometimes some club kits run out. I think last month the All Clubs crate sold out, I want to say. So things like that do happen, but we're just going to hop into this. So I am going to use today the exclusive set. I will say it's called Lively Blooms. Right now they're saying it's exclusive set, right? You can only get it if you're a member of the All Clubs crate. You can always cancel, guys. You order the thing, the next day you cancel it. You don't have to have any kind of membership requirement, but you won't get your, you know, discount if you're not an active club member. So just keep that in mind. So maybe you let it ride for the month and you cancel it right before the next one, right? If you're only interested in this box but you want to get the discount. And again, whenever you're picking up as the month is going, there's no shipping involved with it. It's already there. But if you were to buy it next month, you know, when it goes out to everyone, there's going to be shipping and the price is higher on all the clubs if you're not a member. So okay, so I'm going to use that. I will say exclusive means that's the only way you can get it. One of my friends here had left a message saying they wish they could get the bonus die, which is the little church on its own. And I said, oh, actually, bonus dies, a lot of times the bonus kit, the bonus item will be for sale next month. So if you're interested in that little church, you can keep an eye out in the coming soon, that kind of section. They should have it there if they're going to do it. Okay, it might even be a couple months from now, but generally it's there for purchase also. So that's different from the exclusive. That's the bonus item, which this month was that little church die. So I think that's all the housekeeping. We're going to get to it. I am going to use the 3D embossing folder just for a background. I think a lot of this is going to be in here anyway, but this is the Shady Leaves, and again, really pretty, so I will use that for our background. That's the 3D embossing folder of the month. And then I had mentioned that my press and foil club of the month didn't come with the stencil. You're supposed to receive a stencil. I get samples, like they probably just didn't have it. The packaging that this was in did say a stencil, you know, but it doesn't have one. So maybe the person packaging thought this was the stencil, but it's not a stencil. It's a registration sheet, I suppose. So the reason you have this is because you're going to take this guy and, you know, put the registration thing down, ink it up, and you know where you're placing this. The next thing is the stencil, and the stencil is going to come in here and make the rest of the flowers like in this in front. So you have foiling or better pressing and then the stenciling, okay? But I don't have that, and since I don't have it, I think I'll use the sentiment from one of these guys for this card. Okay, so oh, I thought this was a card base. I was like, oh, do I have a card base here? No, it's an envelope. Okay, so I'm gonna make a card base and all that good stuff. So I will be right back. We're gonna do a background, we'll start some die cutting, and then we'll finish it off with a sentiment. So I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna make my own card base. So this is A2 size cardstock. Long ways, I'm gonna do a tent fold, so I'm gonna cut that at 4 1/4 and score it at 5 1/2. And then I was looking for like a pretty green. I was thinking more of a lime green. A lot of the ones I have are more like neon almost, so I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to use this beautiful green color. And we'll go with that. It's a little darker than I wanted for this card, but that's all right. Let me see if this is wide enough to make it. Ooh, okay. So I can use this side. So I'm gonna do 5 3/8 because that's the kind of sizing I like. I was just measuring this area to make sure I could cut an A2 topper. So 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and that's my preference. But you can do, you know, 4 by 5 1/4, maybe the whole topper, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I always like to have a little frame out around my cards there, the topper. And I'm just going to run this through my 3D embossing folder. Again, depending on whatever system you have, you want to use the 3D option. For the Platinum 6, I have the universal plates, so that's going to be this guy, the A plate, and the adapter. Okay, and that's it. Let's check this bad boy out. I know it's going to be beautiful. Look at that. I mean, just so pretty. Again, all the ups and downs, you can really see that. And then on the back, if you like the deboss side, you can definitely use that side too. Really pretty. So I'm just going to glue this down and we will go from there. Some weight on this just to hold it down because it is, you know, 3D thickness, all that. Let me see here. Just like to put a little something on top, kind of hold that down. In the meantime, I'm going to run through these things. So, you know, do you want to use all the sizes of flowers? Again, they all have a flower base and then like a little topper, and I talked all about it in the unboxing. So in these videos, not that I don't want to talk about these things, I just don't want to waste your time. I already did that. I already wasted your time before. I already did that. I already did the unboxing part of it before, right, with all the numbers and things. So I'll pick out, you know, 2 colors, a background color, a topper color. They can coordinate, they can mix and match. I mean, just whatever you want, right? So we have 5 sizes of flowers. They all have a little topper that goes with them. Use them all, use some of them, you know, whatever you want. And as far as matching them up, you know, you can kind of tell like this one's kind of rounder, looks more like that guy. Again, I have samples, so I don't have the exact, you know, instruction or anything like that to show you guys, but this one looks exactly like what's in there, and this one looks like it goes to this one, okay? Sorry about the grid and then all this funky stuff, the way this is reading. And then you have stems, and you have all these greenery bits. So I'm going to run these through different colors of green, different colors of, well, I don't know if they should be that different, but you know, if you want a more wildflower, they can be different colors, right? I'll be right back. So I cut one of each flower, you know, with the corresponding little cuteness, a little added detail there. And I did some dark and, you know, in the background, light on top. Some are light in the background, dark on top, but it's the same colors. And so I'm just going to boop, 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 put little dots of glue. This would be a good time to use like those adhesive sheets, the ones that already have the adhesive on the back. And then there's like, little embossed area so you can see where they're supposed to go. And you can see it's kind of flat on this side, and I'm assuming, yeah, so I just can see this more round, so I just can line it up that way. And I'll do the same for all 5 flowers. It's just a little something. Sometimes if I didn't have this fine tip on this, I would just put glue on the back of my hand, and I take these and I just kind of dip it in the glue. And I haven't done that in a while because I've been using this fine tip glue, but that's always a good one. So I'll be right back. Just gonna match them all up. Okay guys, so let's get started here. I think I'm gonna start off with leaves in the background and then kind of come in with our other pieces. Do we have some facing an opposite way? Yes, okay. I like to kind of mix and match. So if we have like a taller flower, kind of want to keep that in mind too. So I'm just gonna fill in, and I don't put a ton of glue. You don't have to glue everything. You can just glue the very center, and that's cute too. So maybe some here, and then maybe here there's going to be like a longer stem. Oh, okay, good, it does reach. I was wondering if that one reached all the way up or not. And you know, you didn't have to stick this down yet. I mean, if you wanted to make some and then cut them off or however, which maybe I'll do. Actually, I'll do that right now before I stick it down. Maybe there and there. Put a little glue here. And maybe just chop this bottom piece off just to make it look a little more organic. You know, and maybe it overlaps the other one or however, but put that there. You can always tuck your stems behind also. It doesn't have to be, you know, right in front. That always looks kind of nice when you make it look a little more organic, right? So maybe let me see, one of the smaller flowers would go there if I do that. And I definitely put glue on those. I just wanted to see if this would work. I'm gonna sneak behind here and add a little glue. And these can be wherever. If you need one to be a little taller, maybe you hide it behind here, show, you know what I'm saying, so then you don't really notice that it's shorter, right? I would be the type of person that's like, hey, where'd that stem go? But that's okay. We're just gonna sneak it back there. Maybe it goes this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go in and fill this in. I know it takes a little bit of time, so I don't want to waste your time. I mean, I can go like there too, right? That's pretty. Okay. I have a ton of leaves cut. And I just made all the leaves light green. And of course, you can mix and match your colors. And, you know, I'll have some more. These guys are kind of facing the same way. You can definitely turn it over. I like the look of the roundedness. Obviously, it's not very round over here, but sometimes people tell me, oh, just take that and put like a little, one of these guys, like a silicone bone folder over it, or run it back through your machine and it flattens those edges out. I'm just not gonna let that bother me too much. Maybe, I was gonna say, maybe I'm gonna bring it up a little bit higher, just so, even though it's curving the same way, at least it's not in the exact same plane. And then I'll hide it with some other things, right? So down to here. Like I said, maybe I'll bring it up a little bit. Like there. And as I place more things, I'll try to hide that. Oh, I have 3 of these. Now I'm getting too many. Maybe I don't even use that one. Okay, maybe it's just a couple more because it is getting pretty full in here. So maybe something like that, right? Hiding that stem. Okay, I'll be back. I am kind of, you know, I was thinking about having this one kind of dead center, so I did put in that one stem there. They're real thin stems, so it's not the biggest deal if, you know, it's not exactly where you want. Maybe I'm going to shorten this one. Okay, how about this guy here? A little bit longer than the one opposite over here, right? Okay, that looks good. And then I think, sorry, I was gonna stick down the leaves, but then I realized, well, maybe I'll come in with some of these guys. Can't go too far off the side. I'll probably have my sentiment like in here somewhere. So that's also what I'm kind of thinking about right now. Okay, so maybe I'll stick that down there. Okay. All right, well, I just wanted to have lots of leaves everywhere right now. We can also do dimensionals under our flowers, you know, whatever it is you like to do. I think there's a lot going on already, so I'm just gonna stick it down. Do I look right? Looks like good right there. And I only have 2 with the dark pink, so I'll probably do like a light pink one here. Maybe this light pink one there. And maybe this dark pink one goes here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this a little shorter. Some glue behind here, glue behind here, glue here. And again, I'm just playing with this. I don't know. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down. Put some glue behind that one, glue behind this one, and then we'll continue with some of the other ones to finish it up, okay? Okay, so I have this last bit over here to kind of work with, and maybe I put this in, and then I can add some leaves. I have a few left, or a couple left, should I say. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. And this little guy. And that's what I was thinking. A little something in here. And I don't know that I need... Yeah, I think that's good. I probably don't need that last one. And put on another card. Love me some sprigs. That'll work. And did I cut this? It looks weird. I don't think I cut it. Maybe I put it on a piece of cardstock when I cut it and it just ended up kind of small like that. Maybe I'll bring it over here. Alright. So that's those guys. Alright, and that is my card base. And we're just going to get a little sentiment in here. Let me put this away. Grab my batter press. That all works out really quickly. It's right here next to me, but I'll grab some black ink and maybe on white cardstock. And ooh, how cute it would be to have like some gold leaves in here and all that kind of fun stuff, right? I could have gotten some of this, so I'll use the back there, but that's all right. Let's see. We have spring blessings. Those are two different things. We have happy Easter and we have wishing you a day in full bloom. Okay, maybe we'll do that one. So I'm gonna do that. And then the die for that. I'll be right back. Probably should have grabbed a smaller ink pad. I have the smaller ones, but that's alright. I have that black one. I'll put this here. Just gonna go right about center. I'm just looking at the little target there. That should work. And I'm just gonna run this through. If you want to do several of the sentiments, you can do them all at once, right? Place them on here and just ink them all up. Then die cut them out. I'll run this through my Platinum 6. I'll be right back. Oh, let's check this guy out. Ooh, looks good. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on here. Try to see if it goes this way. Hello. And I'll put some tape, and of course, like I say, I always put the tape towards the outside of my lettering. If this was foiled or however, I don't want it to pull the foil off or mess up my inking there. That looks pretty good. Bring it down a little bit there. And so I'll put a piece of tape towards the outside. And that one too. And remove it from this, and I'll run this through my die cutting machine. I'll be right back. I'll do some dimensionals on the back of this guy, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so finish our card off here. I suppose I could have staged that before I cut it out, but I think that will be just fine right there. And I'm just eyeballing that, and that looks pretty good. There you go. Sweet card again, made with that exclusive die set, our 3D background, and some of the press and foil sentiments, or one of the press and foil sentiments. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.